So I was giving you one example, which is this example, right? So suppose this example. Now stub, the important concept is stub versus driver. Theoretical concept, but I'll give you what is it is. Tell me, suppose this product listing is not available. Suppose this product listing is not available. How do I test this, which is add to cart? How I can test this? Anyone? This functionality is right now not developed, which is product listing is not available, which is not created right now. Dummy model, yes. So what you will do, either you will use a dummy, you will use a dummy model, you will mock, you can use a mock. Mock basically means a dummy, or you can say a fake product list. Yes or no? Random fake listing you can use. Yes or no? As of now, which will basically feed the data to Educard. Yes or no? So these things that you are seeing, right? All the things basically a dummy models, right? Those are nothing but stubs and drivers. Here is the definition. Stubs and drivers are considered as the elements which are equivalent to the to-do modules that could be replaced if the module or the developing stage was missing or not developed, right? Stubs and drivers are the dummy programs. Actually, they are nothing but a dummy program written. These are dummy program. For example, product listing was not available, right? So let's suppose we have a function which can provide you the product list to your add to cart in this case, right? Now you can test it out. Which what I'm saying is add to cart I want to check. Add to cart I want to check, but my previous, which is product listing, is not available. But suppose I have a stub. I have a stub available. Let's say this is a stub. Stub is a dummy program, right? Let's suppose it's a function which will basically give you a product. Let's say product P1, right? Now you have a product P1 available to add to cart. So now you have a product available to your add to cart, which is now it is available to your add to cart. For example, this is your add to cart. So product P1 is, let's suppose iPhone 12. iPhone 12 basically I have sent you a data. Right now you can check the add to cart, yes or no. If I will give you iPhone 12 somehow through some function, product listing is not ready, but I will just throw you. I will just throw you using some function. I can test my add to cart functionality or my order, yes or no, and my payment processing, yes or no. All these three modules can be tested. Even though my product listing is not ready, I can use this program. If you agree on this, yes, these are called as stubs and drivers. These are dummy programs which will help you to basically test. See, in real example also, for example, suppose when I was working in Wingify, right? In Wingify, where, for example, there was one of the e-commerce website that we launched, right? In that, add to cart functionality we wanted to check, but product listing was not available, right? So product listing was not available. So what we have written? We have written some fake programs which can basically give data to this. Now we have basically successfully tested other things, right? So this is called as stubs and drivers, and they will help you to do the bottom up and the bottom down. Both of the approaches they will help you do that. Stubs and drivers are same, but they are used in a different way. Stub is used on the top one. Drivers are used on the bottoms, right? So this is what you will see. See, stubs are mainly used in top-down integrations, right? Here, and drivers are basically used in the bottom-up integration. This is just a naming convention that you use. Okay, so suppose in the similar example, see this the example right now I have given you. It's for a stub. This is actually a stub, which is here. If you see, we are going. What type of testing we are doing? Top or bottom? What is it? What is this, guys? This is an incremental. This is a top down. Yes. So top down, we are going to use stub. Which one we are going to use in top down? Stub or driver? Stub or driver we are going in top down. Which we are going stub. We are going to use stub. So this function that you see, right, which provide you a dummy iPhone 12, is nothing but a stub, right? But similar example in this case, suppose I have a similar example where I'm testing reverse. In this case, like this, right? Orders I have to check. For example, how many orders are done. Orders, for orders to know, I know that orders should come when someone has added a add to cart, right? But add to cart, if add to cart is there, right? In this case, product listing is not available, right? In this case, even add to cart functionality, how it will come in this case, right? So what you will do is you will introduce something called as drivers here. Driver will basically give you all the information. These are also dummy programs similar to Stubs, right? But they will help you to do the bottom of approach in this case. But see, if you go with the definition, right, drivers are the used in the bottom of integration, thus increasing the efficiency of your testing. Right here, if you see the example, for example, they have given you very wonderful example. Suppose I have a login page, home page, profile setting page, and sign out page, right? Assuming A is developed right now. Assume A is developed, which is login page is done. As soon as it is developed, it undergoes the testing, right? It requires module B. So B is not developed as of now. Home page is not developed. So we can use stub and driver that can simulate the functionality of a module B. Yes or no? I hope this is clear. If B is not ready, we can use stub or driver. Yes or no? Clear with this? Everyone is clear, right? So we conclude that stub and driver are used to fulfill the functionality whenever they are unavailable modules. So they are used whenever there are modules which are not available. That's it. So that's what the stubs and drivers. And if you want to know more about them, right, here is the more discussion, which is stubs are used in the top down, drivers are used in bottom up. Stubs are basically used, they are called programs. What program basically means? Add to cart is going to called some, they are called program in this case, right? Add to cart will call the product listing in this case. But if you are doing a bottom up, they will become a calling program. So drivers will become a calling program, right? See, if you go through this one time, you will little confused in this case. What I will recommend is watch the video again, what I have said to you. Drivers, since we are going bottom up, right? Then it's a calling program. Your order page will call the add to cart. It's a calling program, and add to cart will call the product listing which is not developed. So it's a calling program whenever you are doing a reverse. But whenever you are doing top down, it's a called program. That's why we are using stubs in this case. See, another example is stubs are similar to software which are underdeveloped in this case, right? While drivers are used to invoke the component that needs to be tested, right? See, very little confusing in this case, but both are same. They are just used in a different approaches. Another thing which is super important is the difference between the top down, right? We will add the modules incrementally one by one, right? To check the data. Here, the lower modules are added first, and to the higher module basically means, first of all, payment module is added. Then we have added order module. Then we have added add to cart. Then we have added the registration or product listing. Then we have added the login page. Then we have added this, right? Reverse order. Bottom top down integration testing will be executed structure. It is process oriented, right? Yes, it is more like a object oriented approach. Bottom is just right. Observation, the observation is output is more complicated in terms of top down, right? It is more accessible because we already know. See, if we are using a bottom up, we already know what is the order that we have. If we know the order, that we know the add to cart, then we know the what is the product listing, right? So reverse we already know in this case, but whereas top down we never know because we are selecting it. We are selecting the e-commerce, right? We are selecting the product, we are selecting the add to cart, then we will do an order, right? So in that's the difference they basically talking. Advantage, disadvantage, everyone has their advantage, disadvantage. Top down in most of the company, real example, they always use top down. So top down is most used. Top down incremental is most used, where you will see all the faults. Faults basically means your software stopped working. It is finding is easier in this case. And early prototyping is possible because see, if you're developing an e-commerce website, if you increment one by one, right, your prototype will be easier to see. Whereas if you have developed reverse, right, then it is very difficult to see if it is an e-commerce website or not. Suppose you have developed order first, right? You never know what is orders made for, right? So reverse bottom up is prototyping is difficult in that case, right? Here, if you see, right, disadvantage will be lower modules are tested ineffectively because child modules are added which are ineffectively. High number of stubs are used. Here also you will use the drivers, right? But that critical flows are tested first, so the fewer chances of defects. So top down is a better approach generally in the real examples as compared to the bottom up. But it doesn't mean the people are not using it. People also use the bottom up integration testing also. So it depends which one you have to do. Generally, what I have seen practically is top down. Generally, people will use it. Suppose, for example, in my last company, right, they are developing the e-commerce website. They developed the registration page first, right? Then they developed login page. Then they developed the product listing. Then they incremented to add to cart. Then they incremented to payment. Then they incremented to order page. Rather than going reverse or something, right? They developed like this only. We are incrementing it. Yes. Can we use both at a time? Yes, you can use it, which is that is called as hybrid. That is called as hybrid, or we call this sandwich integration testing. Guys, sometimes an interview also which is come. If we use both approach side by side, that is called as sandwich integration testing. Right? Let me show you. You will find the more details, which is called as sandwich incremental integration test. Right? Yeah, sandwich testing. In this case, this is actually mixture of top down and bottom up. If you see, you can read it here. It's a mixture of that. It's a combination. If you see, right, combination of both top down and that approach. So it has both advantage and disadvantage. It is called as hybrid integration testing also. Generally, people don't prefer it. I have seen practically people are preferring to use the top down approach.